So Lego is a very expensive hobby, and in today's video I wanted to take a little dive into how I afford Lego and maybe some untraditional ways that you can afford Lego. So without further ado, let's jump straight on into today's video. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I am Stud City and welcome. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, kindly give this video a like, subscribe if you are new, and stay around for great things to come in our future days. Now, if you don't know a lot about me, I am 23 years old. I do have a full-time job. I am an engineer for an awesome company, so that does take up my full-time job. So you're already thinking, oh, okay, he has a full-time job. That's how he affords Lego. No, I'm pretty strict on my financials. So I genuinely, I would say 95% of my income goes to, expenses, savings, and investing. The other 5% I'll just put in that miscellaneous category. But I would say I'm very strict on my financials. So buying Lego doesn't really come from that source of income. So that's why I wanted to share some of my experiences with you guys. And I hope you guys will appreciate this and hopefully find it, 1, entertaining, 2, informative, and 3, insightful. So let's go into a few different methods to generate money to afford Lego as a hobby. Now, I do have a pretty massive city, right? It's nowhere near my uncles who we've seen. I personally don't think I can afford something of that mass gratitude, but awesome for him to be able to afford something like that. And he's done an awesome job, and he should be very proud because he, by all means, deserves it to the greatest extent. But one of our forms of income to generate money for Lego that we want is keeping it within the hobby and selling Lego, right? I think it's a perfectly good way. I know a lot of people might not like that answer, but I do it. And I'm gonna praise it because I do it. I'm not gonna hide the fact and say, oh no, I don't sell Lego. No, I do sell Lego. It comes in seasons, I would say. And I mostly sell clearance stuff because it has the most profitability. I don't have a bricklink store, and I don't find the need at this point in my life to run a bricklink store unless it was a full-time career choice. And in my case, it's not. I don't want to do that as a full-time. So in my instance, when I get the opportunities, I head over and try to find clearance deals or even online clearance deals. Again, this is a seasonal item for sure, right? I've talked about this on podcasts, on other YouTubers' channels. I think me and Brother from Another Brick have talked about this numerous times. Clearance comes in seasons, right? So the end of summer is a great time for clearance hauls, July, August, maybe even late June. I know last year in 2021, we had insane clearance hauls and we hit huge clearance deals. And I'm going to be honest, since then, I really haven't, and maybe even November, I really haven't hit huge scores, but I really haven't looked just as much. Now, selling periods also inflect the market quite as well. When's a good time to sell? Christmas time. On what platform? You always got to think of what platform you're going to use to sell. I use Facebook Marketplace. I think it's a great resource. However, shipping costs can be astronomical. And I like to take advantage when there's free shipping because buyers have incentive to buy products such as the Looney Tunes minifigs. Even if I upmark this since it's now retired, say $6, $7, even though some of these minifigs are going upwards of $10. This would sell for $6, $7, and that's what the consumer would pay plus tax and not have to pay shipping. And that's a huge deal. Consider shipping for this would probably be more than the cost of the Looney Tunes minifig. But this is a great example of something I picked up over the 2021 clearance haul. This was honestly only for sale for, I believe, 3 or 4 months, and it already retired. But these are the Looney Tunes Cmfs. I believe I paid $1 for a batch. I believe I paid $2 for a batch, and I believe I paid 50 cents for the majority of the batch, which is crazy. 50 cents for one of these minifigs that goes for $5, and now is selling for even more. Another great one we've picked up, I believe it was a Walmart run. Found these on clearance for, I think it was like $4.80. I think we only found 3 of them, but this helps, right? I don't need 3 of these, but even selling them for retail price of $15, I could triple my money. And I don't think I'm not gonna vouch for this. I'm not gonna vouch for me being a great person or a bad person. But in the end of the day, I want to fund my hobby. And I want to bring that to you guys. So I'm going to do what I can, right? Like at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I can to fund my YouTube channel. And that takes part of it. Those sharks up there, I'm not going to take one down. It's just a Creator 3-in-1 shark. I paid $2 for those. And I believe I picked up like almost 40 of them. And you can see I only have 8 left. And I believe one in that box is 9 left. And I would sell them under retail. So I think I sold them for around $12, $13, $15, $16 maybe during Christmas time. and they sold like hotcakes. Just a simple $2 item that theoretically, let's be honest, as a collector, no one really cares for that set. No one cares for your Creator 3-in-1 shark. In my opinion, I'm going to be honest, maybe there's some that do, but I'm going to say 90% of collectors do not care about the Creator 3-in-1 shark. And it's more going to just a last minute Christmas gift is the best way I'm going to put that set. It's a last minute Christmas gift, and it worked. It worked. I was able to make such a huge percentage on a set that is not valued by Lego enthusiasts themselves. Another great time to buy was, I believe, again, during that Thanksgiving Black Friday haul in November. These were on sale from Big Lots. There was a whole list of sets. They had 50% off, half off of Lego. So no matter what way or form you look at it, if you're selling at retail, you are doubling your money. And that's pretty awesome, because you could sell sets that you don't want. You know, maybe if I want to keep a copy of these for myself and build it, I could. Or I could sell these and buy stuff and afford stuff that I really like, which is just the box. I'm not super strong, I have super strength, but the boutique hotel, you know, I could buy, what, 20 of these, sell it, make $100. There's half a boutique hotel. I mean, that's a perfectly great way of looking at it. And it takes time and effort. This doesn't come free. It's not a get-rich-quick club. That's not the case. So I feel fully deserved when I could sell some of these lower items and afford something that I want to bring into my Lego city. Now we're going to shift gears here, because for all of my Lego reselling items, I always reinvest that money into the Lego channel. Like I said, you know, upgrading into something I can afford into the city, or buying more clearance stuff to afford even more stuff later down the road. Now this is, like I said, not a get rich quick. You know, I still have inventory over a whole lot of months course. It does take time to sell, but it's like wine. It's fine wine. As sets become older and more harder to get, or even retire, they become more valuable, and you can sell them later on. Now I do have a couple big sets that I invested in, like, you know, Little Lego Corner Garage. I have, I believe, 2 copies extra of that. Now, I'm really hesitant on selling them because I don't want to sell them. I'd like to build the alt builds or make expansions in the future. So I do plan to invest in those sets, but in reality, most likely might not happen, and they will be a part of the channel. So it was an investment towards the channel in a future day. But like I said, let's shift gears into another form of income to generate money for Lego, right? That's essentially the whole goal of today's video. Now this one is super speculative, but I believe I had a great deal of success with it, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I've had so much success with it that I hope you guys can too. Now again, this video in no way or form is financial advice. It's the opposite of that. Please do what you are most comfortable with. But I've had a great success in the cryptocurrency markets, you know, with Dogecoin, even Bitcoin, even Ethereum. I believe I bought Bitcoin around $10,000. Not a full Bitcoin or anything like that, but still, even at current price points, if you know, even if I put $1,000 in today, you know, that's over $4,000 in, you know, profits. That's pretty crazy. I have a bunch of speculative investments. That right there is a block rate miner. I have Planet Watch, Aware Element miners, so many different things of going about it. But I don't want to like say anything speculative for you guys to get your hands into or anything like that. I think some of the best ways to generate some like slow money over time that I've found successful is just some slow growers that you can invest in, and then use some of the money that they pay dividends in to use towards your Lego funding. And again, this is a whole different ballpark, and I'm sharing it with you guys because you guys always ask me, how do I afford Lego? Like I said, I'm 23 years old, and I'm very proud of myself at the end of the day for being, you know, where I'm at financially. And I hope this video helps you and encourages you. But I want to take a look at some of the platforms that I use and some of the stocks / ETFs, or even some of the short-term stocks that I do buy to generate some extra money that I can use to afford Lego. There's so many great apps, right? There's, you know, Fidelity, there's TD Ameritrade, there's Publix, there's Robinhood. There's so many good ones. I'm gonna recommend my 2 favorites at this point in time, just because the simplicity to use. It's gonna be Robinhood and Publix. Now, both of these, there's a link in the description. You'll get a free stock or a free share or a free fractional share for signing up. If you do use that link, I get a referral for it. I do appreciate it. But again, in no way, form am I pressuring you to do so. I'm just, again, sharing my story. So Robinhood is a great app. I think I've used this one the longest, since 2016 or 2017. And over time, I've built a pretty decent portfolio. and I do sell off stocks here and there, and I have some short-term stuff that I use to fund Lego. I think the best time to buy stocks to generate money is when there's huge dips, right? In big companies. So, when Apple has a huge dip, right, and you have money left over to buy a bunch of shares in Apple, it's going to go back up, right? It's going to go back up. It's a good way to think of it, but it might take time. I love Apple stock, so that's just one that just came to my mind. You have Amazon, you have Tesla. I've been a huge Tesla. In 2017, I had 40-something shares of Tesla. Just put that into perspective. I had 40 shares of Tesla in 2017. And at current price point, it's stock split. And those 40 shares, to put in perspective, those 40 shares today are worth over, I believe, $150,000. It's just crazy stuff. Now, of course, I didn't hold on to those stocks. I sold them off to buy other things and whatnot. But I'm just seeing the possibilities with investing, and even long-term investing, whether it's for Lego or for your future financials. I think it's a great way, and I've had great success with it, and I hope you guys do too. As you guys always ask me, that's it. That's the simple answer. And I don't have a course or a get-rich-quick club and do this and you'll be able to make a massive city and buy every single Lego modular that I just did a video on that you still haven't watched. Shameless self-promotion. But Lego's expensive. You need to find ways to afford it if you want to buy so many different things. And I would say my best two ways are the ones I shared with you. Reinvesting in Lego, buying and selling Lego, right? And then reinvesting it. I think that's a great way. And it's a lot quicker, in my opinion. And then, trading in the stock market and investing, I think, is a great way to make extra money and hopefully fund whatever you're looking for. Now, it takes money to make money, right? And that goes for both cases. It really does. It goes for both cases. The stock market is a long-term play if you look at it, or there's short-term plays. But however you look at it, it takes time, just like selling Lego. But those are my top two ways. I don't have a third one for you at the moment because I think those are the two most simplest ways to explain. And I'm not going to go into extreme financials and show you guys just how much I make. I think that's a little bit personal for now. I'd like to do that in the future. And I know you're probably asking, well, you're monetized on YouTube. In theory, I was working on a calculation to show you just how much I made YouTube compared to a minimum wage job. And it's not good. It's not good for the hours that I put in. And I could just base that off hours of video footage compared to how much I've made. And at this point in time, it's not worth it. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. It's not something, a little bit of extra cash, whatever, to help pay for it it helps, right? But in all theory, when you look at the financials, you're like, why would you ever do this? It's because I enjoy it. It's something I enjoy. And that's where I stand off. Like, I enjoy talking to you guys, communicating with you guys, engaging with you guys. And I wouldn't count that as a source of income for the Lego channel. But any money that does come through it, I reinvest it straight into the channel. All those funds have gone straight back into the channel. It's definitely helped buy some modulars and whatnot over time, but it is a slow grower. But with that being said, I hope you found today's video entertaining, informative, insightful, all that juicy stuff, because I enjoyed making it. And again, I'm going to preach this. If you want to learn more about investing in Lego, join the Discord. We do call out deals as they come in. It's really hot and heavy during seasons. There's grace periods. I'm going to say it. There's grace periods where there's not a lot of deals going on and we don't share a lot. We don't buy a lot. But there's times when it's crazy hectic and there's deals, multiple deals every day, and that's pretty sweet. And then, leveraging referrals links like Rakuten to save money on Lego. If you haven't already, there's a link in the description for Rakuten. If you're ordering from Lego.com, you get $30 for signing up. I think that's a great way to get, pretty good first free set, or however you want to look at it. I think that's a great way. And of course, our other topic we talked about was investing, which is a slow grower, or you could lose money, right? I'm not just preaching the greens, right? Yeah, you could lose money too. So you do have to be careful and only put up what you can lose is the best way to put it, I guess. But however you want to look at it, hit those descriptions. There's 2 free stocks for you and 2 different apps. Publix, you can actually follow me, and I'll share my username in the description below. You can follow me and see what I invest in on Public, as well as Robinhood. You can get a free stock on there. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you found it so much fun. I had so much fun recording this one. I was really looking forward to this. I had a lot of comments over the past months asking me about this, and I hope I captured this in a pretty decent video. Let me know in the comments below. I love feedback. We'll see you in the next one. Stud City, out.